For generations, the classic Maya civilization has been understood as a testament to indigenous ingenuity, a network of sophisticated city-states developing independently within the verdant lowlands of Mesoamerica. Their monumental temples, intricate hieroglyphic scripts, and profound astronomical knowledge suggested a destiny shaped primarily by internal dynamics and regional rivalries. Welcome back to the History Atlas. Yet, this perception, though partially accurate, misses a crucial, almost unbelievable truth. The Maya world was profoundly, irrevocably altered by an unseen hand, by a power originating over 1,000 kilometers away, from a city whose language and dynastic rulers remain largely unknown to us. Teotihuacan, this colossal urban center, veiled in mystery, projected its influence across vast, formidable distances. Teotihuacan's shadow stretched from the high plateaus of central Mexico to the tropical forests of Guatemala, reshaping everything it touched. It is a counterintuitive notion that a distant, enigmatic metropolis could fundamentally rewrite the trajectory of a civilization as robust and distinct as the Maya. However, archaeological and epigraphic evidence now reveals an impact so comprehensive, so strategic, that it compelled shifts in Maya political structures, dictated architectural styles, influenced religious rituals, and even altered the very layout of their sacred cities. Unraveling this profound interconnection demands a re-evaluation of how we comprehend power, influence, and the interconnectedness of ancient civilizations. It reveals a classic Maya destiny not solely self-determined, but one inextricably intertwined with the ambition and enigma of Teotihuacan. In the heart of the central Mexican highlands, between the 1st and 7th century CE, rose Teotihuacan, a city whose sheer grandeur remains unparalleled in ancient Mesoamerica. At its zenith, perhaps by 400 CE, it was not merely a city, but a meticulously planned urban marvel, potentially housing upwards of 100,000 to 200,000 inhabitants. This vast metropolis, sprawling across over 20 square kilometers, operated with a sophistication far beyond its contemporaries. Its cardinal axis was the monumental Avenue of the Dead, a nearly 4-kilometer thoroughfare flanked by imposing temple platforms and elite compounds. Dominating this sacred landscape were the colossal pyramids of the Sun and Moon. The Pyramid of the Sun, among the largest structures ever built by human hands, stood as a man-made mountain, its sheer scale a testament to an organized, powerful state and a profound spiritual devotion. The Pyramid of the Moon, at the northern end of the avenue, echoed this monumental presence, serving as a backdrop for elaborate rituals and processions. Yet, for all its visible splendor, Teotihuacan remains a profound enigma. The identity of its founders, their language, and the precise structure of their governance are largely lost to time, adding to its mystique. This immense power likely stemmed from a confluence of factors: strategic control of vital resources, particularly obsidian, enabling a robust economy, a highly organized state capable of marshaling vast labor and potentially military force, and a compelling ideology manifested in its awe-inspiring architecture. which projected authority and spiritual legitimacy across Mesoamerica.
10 cacao beans
It was this unparalleled combination of urban planning, economic might, and ideological assertion that positioned Teotihuacan as the undeniable colossus, capable of reaching out across 1,000 kilometers to influence distant Maya kingdoms. The immense shadow of Teotihuacan was not merely ideological or martial. It was anchored in the tangible reality of trade, etched onto ancient trails, and solidified in the very materials that fueled Mesoamerican life. Our historical investigation into this connection begins with what archaeologists have termed the Teotihuacan corridor, a hypothesized, yet demonstrably active, trade artery that stretched over 1,000 kilometers, linking the powerful metropolis of central Mexico directly to the distant Maya lowlands. This was no casual exchange. It was a complex network of routes, perhaps plied by large caravans or intricate canoe voyages, moving essential goods across diverse landscapes. At the heart of this intricate economic system lay the strategic control of obsidian, a volcanic glass, unparalleled in its sharpness, essential for tools, weapons, and ritual objects. Teotihuacan held sway over crucial sources, most notably the prized green obsidian from Pachuca in the central Mexican highlands. This superior material, vital for any effective military or agricultural endeavor, became a currency of power, carefully extracted, crafted, and distributed under Teotihuacan's oversight. The city's economic reach extended far beyond this singular, albeit critical, resource. Its workshops produced vast quantities of distinctive thin orange-ware ceramics, coveted throughout the region for their delicate craftsmanship and practical utility. Textiles, foodstuffs, and exotic goods, like tropical, bird feathers and jade, also flowed through its sophisticated trade networks, spanning vast distances. Imagine a carefully orchestrated system of production centers, way stations, and alliances, facilitating the movement of goods across thousands of kilometers. Tangible evidence of this vital connection is abundant. Within numerous classic Maya sites, from Tikal to Copan, archaeologists have unearthed significant quantities of Teotihuacan-produced artifacts, confirming the reach of this corridor. Foremost among these is Pachuca obsidian, originating almost exclusively from sources under Teotihuacan's control. Its presence in Maya toolkits and weaponry speaks volumes about a controlled and systematic distribution. Distinctive thin orange-ware ceramics also appear with regularity in Maya contexts, often in elite burials or ritual caches, suggesting not just utilitarian exchange, but a diffusion of status symbols and associated rituals. Yet, this was not a one-way street. The corridor also facilitated the diffusion of prized Maya goods northward, enriching Teotihuacan. Precious cacao beans, vital for elite consumption and ritual, shimmering quetzal feathers for ceremonial regalia, and lustrous jade, deeply revered by both cultures, flowed from the Maya heartland to the colossal city. This profound two-way traffic hints at more than mere transactional commerce. It suggests an emerging economic interdependence. Control over essential materials like obsidian meant control over the very means of production and warfare for neighboring and distant polities, including those within the Maya world. Such strategic ingenuity allowed Teotihuacan to cast an economic shadow that preceded, and often enabled, its more direct interventions. While Teotihuacan's economic dominance created a pervasive influence across Mesoamerica, its shadow was not always cast through trade alone. There were moments of stark, overt intervention, where the distant metropolis asserted its will directly, irrevocably altering the course of Maya history. The most profound of these was the event known to scholars as the Entry of Strangers at Tikal, dated precisely to January 16, 378 CE. On this fateful day, as meticulously recorded on Tikal's Stela 31, the reigning king, Chaktok Ihak I, mysteriously died, and a Teotihuacan-affiliated commander named Siaj Kak, Fire is Born, arrived in the city. His arrival was not a diplomatic visit. It was an imposition, swiftly followed by a dramatic dynastic shift. Within days, Tikal's ancient lineage was broken, replaced by Yaxnuan Ayian I, the son of a powerful figure from Teotihuacan, likely the venerable spear-thrower owl. Spear-thrower owl, likely a paramount ruler or highly influential general from Teotihuacan, orchestrated these political machinations. Maya monuments at Tikal subsequently depict Yaxnuanayian I, adorned with distinct Teotihuacan military regalia, the feathered serpent headdress, the shield, and the times atlatl times or spear thrower, symbols of a power emanating from central Mexico. These were not mere artistic preferences. They were calculated assertions of a new authority, a visual declaration that his legitimacy flowed from a source far grander than traditional Maya custom. Archaeological evidence from Tikal and other sites, like Teotihuacan graphically, depicts Teotihuacan warriors, identifiable by their distinctive military regalia. Circular shields emblazoned with the visage of the rain god Tlaloc, obsidian-studded clubs, and the Kir Atlatl, or dart thrower, a weapon characteristic of central Mexico. These were symbols of a martial culture, not merchants. Such depictions underscore a palpable military presence, suggesting that Teotihuacan's influence was backed by credible force, capable of orchestrating coups and installing loyal regimes. Across the Maya lowlands, the ripple effect was evident.
My lord.
Rulers in cities such as Teotihuacan and later Copan adopted not only Teotihuacan iconography, but also prestigious titles like West Calumte, signifying a supreme overlord or warlord from the West. By replacing established rulers with their own chosen successors, who often bore hybrid names and adopted Teotihuacan iconography, the distant power could exert control without permanent occupation. This direct intervention shattered the traditional autonomy of major Maya city-states, forcing a re-evaluation of alliances and fundamentally reshaping their internal political structures. The entry of strangers was not just an event at Tikal. It was a declaration, signaling that even the most formidable Maya kingdoms were now within the political orbit, and indeed, the military reach of the great city of Teotihuacan. The profound influence of Teotihuacan manifested not merely in trade or military presence, but in the very fabric of Maya dynastic succession and the legitimization of power, the most visible and enduring testament to Teotihuacan's ideological penetration of the Maya world manifested in its architectural and artistic imprint. Across sites like Tikal, Copan, and Uaxactun, the distinctive talud tablero architectural style appeared, a hallmark of Teotihuacan's monumental construction. This design, characterized by a sloping lower panel, the talud, surmounted by a vertical, recessed frieze, the por tablero, dramatically altered the visual landscape of Maya ceremonial centers. Its adoption was more than an aesthetic preference. It served as a potent symbolic statement for Maya rulers. Incorporating this foreign style conveyed an undeniable connection to Teotihuacan's immense power and prestige, legitimizing their rule and asserting a sophisticated pan-Mesoamerican authority, often eclipsing traditional Maya forms. Beyond monumental architecture, Teotihuacan's iconography infused Maya artistic expression and spiritual life. Feathered serpents, echoing Central Mexican deities like Quetzalcoatl, began to coil around Maya stelae and ceramic vessels, presenting a visual vocabulary previously uncommon. The goggle-eyed visage of Tlaloc, the Teotihuacan rain god frequently associated with warfare and sacrifice, emerged in Maya murals and ritual offerings, sometimes blending with Maya storm deities. War symbolism, distinct from traditional Maya martial imagery, proliferated, depicting specific Teotihuacan armaments, shields, and battle regalia that visually underscored a new martial ethos. Evidence suggests that certain Teotihuacan ritual practices, such as specific forms of heart sacrifice, or the use of elaborate ritual bundles containing obsidian blades and offerings, were adopted by Maya elites, particularly after direct interventions. These were not simply mimicked, but often integrated into existing Maya ceremonial cycles, giving them local meaning while retaining their Teotihuacan origins. The presence of Teotihuacan-style offerings, including thin orange ware ceramics and green obsidian artifacts, discovered in Maya sacred caches and burials, further confirms a shared ritual landscape. Yet, Maya artists and priests did not merely replicate. They often integrated these foreign motifs and practices into their established stylistic traditions, creating a unique syncretic art and spiritual identity. A Maya lord might wear a Teotihuacan war headdress while retaining traditional Maya glyphs and narrative composition on a stela, demonstrating a strategic synthesis rather than wholesale imitation. This intricate blending reveals not just a superficial borrowing, but a profound reinterpretation where Teotihuacan's power was harnessed and localized within Maya cultural frameworks, solidifying its deep, ideological echo across distant lands. This deep cultural exchange reveals not just power dynamics, but a complex, adaptive intellectual engagement between two of ancient Mesoamerica's greatest civilizations. By approximately 550 CE, the colossal city of Teotihuacan itself began its enigmatic decline, a protracted process culminating in its eventual collapse and abandonment. This monumental shift in central Mexican power sent ripples across Mesoamerica, profoundly impacting its former Maya client states and trade partners. The withdrawal of this dominant force did not, however, simply erase its imprint. Rather, it initiated a new phase of adaptation for the Maya. Institutions, trade routes, and even dynastic legitimacies forged under Teotihuacan's gaze often persisted, albeit in altered forms, demonstrating the deep structural changes it had engendered. Its shadow, though no longer cast by a living entity, lingered in the adopted architectural styles, the reinterpreted religious iconography, and the political frameworks it had helped establish. Yet, our comprehension of this intricate relationship remains a dynamic tapestry, continuously woven by ongoing archaeological endeavors.
This alignment here,
Each
it's
shovel
identical
stroke,
to the Avenue of the Dead.
every unearthed
Wait,
artifact
look at the markings on the
offers a new datum, challenging previous assumptions and deepening our perspective on these ancient interconnections. Modern researchers, employing advanced techniques, constantly refine our understanding of the timelines, the motives, and the precise mechanisms of influence. Teotihuacan thus remains not merely a historical site, but a profound question, a testament to how deeply a single, distant city could rewrite the destiny of an entire civilization. How much of its essence truly permeated Maya identity, and what further secrets lie buried, waiting to illuminate the full extent of its formidable, undeniable shaping of ancient Mesoamerica? The quest for answers continues. If you found this journey through ancient Mesoamerica insightful, please subscribe to our channel to relive these epic pages of history.